All right, so you know you're here because you want to understand stuff quickly, right?
Yeah.
You want those key insights, those aha moments
Absolutely.
without feeling like drowning in information.
Yeah, you don't want to wade through tons of stuff.
Exactly, and that's what we're all about with these deep dives.
That's right. Get right to it.
Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
A message attributed to Ahtar, Commander of the Galactic Forces of Light.
Now, that's a pretty unique perspective on current events, I'd say.
Right.
This message is specifically for, those who identify as starseeds and lightworkers on Earth.
Yeah, so it's offering a very specific lens
Mm.
on the changes happening in our world.
For sure, a specific viewpoint.
And this perspective is all about disclosure,
Mm.
a time of big revelations and shifts.
Big changes.
The message uses this powerful image of a divine storm.
Okay.
I might sound intense, but the
Yeah.
idea is that all this turbulence, all the change we see,
Yeah.
it's all coming together,
Interesting.
like the eye of a hurricane.
Oh, I see.
To a point of clarity and truth.
So amidst chaos, there's focus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even with fear and uncertainty, this process leads to deeper understanding.
I like that.
So let's unpack this storm of truth. What's the main point about it getting stronger?
Well, the interesting thing is it suggests this disclosure isn't gradual, it's accelerating.
Oh, wow.
Ahtar says humanity is approaching the eye of this hurricane fast.
So it's speeding up.
The idea is that long-held secrets, things that were maybe hidden on purpose,
Yeah.
they've built up this huge pressure,
Oh, I see.
and we're at this tipping point where it's all going to come out.
So those ideas, those theories that have been kind of bubbling under the surface,
Exactly.
this perspective suggests they're about to become widely known.
Precisely.
And the eye of this storm, that's the big moment of change.
The point of transformation, right?
Yeah. And even though the revelations themselves might feel chaotic,
Like a storm.
right? The eye is that place of deep clarity.
Calm amidst the storm.
The message emphasizes it's not just about the changes, but what comes after.
The truth.
Exactly, the establishment of truth. And this really speaks to what a lot of people want.
For sure.
To make sense of everything that's going on, find some clarity in all this information overload.
Yeah, information overload is a big issue these days.
Totally. Now, this storm is supposedly being driven by certain catalysts,
Okay.
like triggers that are bringing about this disclosure and awakening humanity.
Intentional triggers.
And there are 3 specific ones mentioned. The first is the JFK Files.
Ah, the JFK Files.
So these are about the classified information surrounding Kennedy's assassination.
Right. Decades-old information.
According to this message, what's the main significance of these files being released?
Well, the key point is that it claims this declassification isn't just historical curiosity.
Right, not just about the past.
It says these files will expose hidden hands, dark agendas
Wow.
that have shaped history as we know it.
So a hidden history being revealed.
Yeah, it suggests this will reveal a whole web of deception and show how dark agents infiltrated governments.
So it's not just about the assassination itself.
No, it's much better than that.
Right, it's this whole narrative of influence and manipulation.
Exactly, a hidden narrative.
Wow. A deep systemic level of control with lasting consequences.
Yeah, long-lasting consequences.
And what's the point of revealing this all now, according to this viewpoint?
The message says it's more than a historical footnote.
Right.
The intention is to empower people to question the official stories they've been told for years.
To re-examine history?
Yes, and by challenging our understanding of the past,
Yeah.
we can gain a clearer perspective on the present.
Interesting. Okay. The second catalyst mentioned is the list.
The list. Now that sounds intriguing.
Right. A bit dramatic.
A little bit.
What is this supposed to be?
Well, it's described as a compilation of names that has been talked about within certain circles for a while.
Okay.
The message claims it includes people who have been involved in big deceptions and abuses of power behind the scenes.
So powerful people doing bad things secretly.
That's the claim. And they predict that releasing this list publicly will have a huge impact.
Wow.
It'll send shockwaves through society, is how they put it.
And who are these people on the list?
Well, it mentions prominent figures.
Okay.
People who were once trusted or idolized.
So people we might recognize.
Yes, even people we admired could be on this list.
That would be huge if it were to be revealed and proven true.
It would be a big deal.
What's the goal of releasing this list? Is it just about exposing these people?
It seems like it's about more than just exposure.
Okay.
They frame it as a process of collective purification. holding people accountable for their actions and helping to heal long-hidden wounds in society.
So like a societal reckoning.
Right, a chance to address past wrongs and move forward.
Interesting. Okay, the third catalyst is the pyramid revelations.
Now, this one sounds fascinating.
It does. This one seems to go beyond just history or politics.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
What kind of revelations are we talking about here?
Yeah. It says we're on the verge of uncovering deep mysteries within and beneath the pyramids.
Wow.
Things that go way beyond what traditional archaeology has explored.
Okay, so beyond what we already know about the pyramids.
Exactly. They anticipate the revelation of advanced technologies and ancient knowledge.
So like lost technology and wisdom?
That's right. Things that have been hidden for centuries.
What kind of discoveries specifically?
It mentions things like unexplained energy anomalies, hidden chambers, artifacts that defy conventional history.
So things that challenge our understanding of the past.
Yes, things that could rewrite history as we know it.
It's like something out of a movie.
It does have that feel, doesn't it?
And there's even a suggestion of something beyond Earth, isn't there?
There is. It hints at a forgotten legacy of humanity and the involvement of benevolent star beings in our history.
Wow, so a connection to extraterrestrial life.
That's the suggestion, and if any credible evidence of this were to come out. It would definitely spark a lot of curiosity about suppressed technologies and the true history of Earth.
Absolutely. People would be fascinated by that.
I think so.
Okay, so these three catalysts, the JFK Files, the list, and the Pyramid Revelations,
Right.
they're presented as the key drivers of this storm of truth.
Yes, the main triggers.
And they're all connected by two overarching themes. What are those core themes?
The message is very clear about these themes.
Okay.
The first one is the exposure of operatives of the dark forces and their history of control.
Okay, so exposing those in power who have been manipulating things.
Right, bringing their actions into the light.
And the second theme.
The second theme is the revelation of hidden advanced technologies and forgotten knowledge.
So rediscovering what has been lost or suppressed.
Exactly, bringing that knowledge back to the forefront.
Now, the JFK Files and the list seem directly related to that first theme.
Yeah, exposing those dark forces.
How do these revelations contribute to what they call reclaiming stolen truth?
Well, the idea is that by revealing these hidden agendas and manipulations, we can start to correct the historical narrative.
To see the truth that's been hidden.
Exactly. By bringing these things into the light,
Yeah.
we can get a more accurate understanding of the past and reclaim what was taken from us.
Okay, and the Pyramid Revelations are clearly about the second theme.
Right. Unveiling suppressed wonders.
How does this lead to a quantum leap forward, like they suggest?
Well, the implication is that these advanced technologies and ancient knowledge, they could hold solutions to the problems we face today.
Oh, interesting.
And they could propel humanity to a much more advanced stage of development.
So a rapid advancement.
A quantum leap is how they describe it.
Right, and this could involve breakthroughs in things like energy production healing.
Right, or even other fundamental aspects of our existence.
Wow, all based on knowledge that was either lost or deliberately hidden.
That's the idea.
It sounds like a very coordinated series of events, according to this message.
It does seem very planned out.
And then there's the idea of the White Hats. Who are they, and what's their role in all of this?
The White Hats are described as an alliance of benevolent forces working behind the scenes on Earth.
Okay, so good guys working secretly.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah?
And according to the message, they're the ones orchestrating the release of these truths. They've been quietly planning humanity's liberation for a long time.
So they're like the strategists behind the scenes.
That's the perspective presented.
Guiding these revelations.
It says that each disclosure is strategically orchestrated for maximum impact at the right moment.
Wow. So it's all very deliberate.
Yes, very calculated. There's this emphasis on a higher plan unfolding.
A master plan.
And the White Hats are acting in alignment with that plan.
Okay. And this narrative involves a lot of secrecy.
It does. There's a lot of talk about keeping things hidden.
Right. The message mentions compartmentalization and a planetary network. What do those terms mean in this context?
Well, the idea of extreme confidentiality and strict compartmentalization suggests that this whole operation is being carried out with a very high level of secrecy,
Right.
possibly even within governments and institutions.
Wow. So secret operations within governments.
That's what it seems to be suggesting.
Yeah.
And the reason for the secrecy
Yeah.
is to protect the mission and the people involved from leaks or sabotage by dark forces.
So they're trying to stay one step ahead.
Exactly. They need to be covert to succeed.
Okay, and what about the planetary network?
This idea of starseeds and lightworkers forming a planetary network of high-frequency light,
Hmm.
this introduces a more metaphysical element to the story.
Okay,
It's like an energetic dimension to this process of disclosure.
I see.
In this belief system, these individuals are seen as playing a key role in facilitating positive change.
So they're not just passive observers.
No, they're actively involved in the process.
Interesting. How does this network actually work?
It's described as facilitating the flow of higher dimensional energies
Okay.
that are intended to heal and elevate humanity.
So spreading positive energy throughout the world.
Yes, and the message also mentions support from the Galactic Federation and the Ascended Masters,
Wow.
who are supposedly sending waves of love and illumination to Earth.
So there's support coming from beyond our planet.
That's the idea. And even small positive actions by individuals are seen as contributing to this grand shift.
So everyone has a role to play.
Exactly. Even small acts of kindness can make a difference.
That's a powerful message.
It is. It's about collective action and individual empowerment.
It really paints a picture of a vast, multi-layered operation
It does. It's a complex and fascinating narrative.
with both earthly and potentially cosmic dimensions.
And a lot of moving parts.
Right. And the message concludes by talking about a coming transformation for humanity,
Yes.
a major transformation.
What's the ultimate vision that's presented?
The message reiterates that humanity is on the precipice of transformation.
Okay, so we're at a crucial point.
Yes, a turning point. And while it acknowledges that these truths might challenge what we believe,
Right. The ultimate outcome is positive.
okay,
It talks about the liberation of souls from the bondage of deception.
so freedom from lies and manipulation.
Exactly. And it highlights the emergence of unity and sovereignty and the dismantling of the old control matrix.
So a breakdown of the systems of control that have been in place.
Yes, a shift in power.
Wow. It's a very optimistic message,
It is very hopeful.
with the light of truth being the key to freedom.
And the dawn of a new Earth on the horizon.
So to summarize this message from Ahtar,
Yeah.
we're looking at a period of rapid disclosure driven by revelations like the JFK Files,
Right.
the list, and discoveries related to the pyramids.
Big revelations.
These are all meant to expose negative influences and reveal suppressed knowledge,
And it's all part of a strategic plan,
orchestrated by the White Hats.
working behind the scenes.
And this whole process is supported by a network of Starseeds and Lightworkers,
And higher dimensional energies.
all leading towards a major transformation for humanity.
A transformation based on unity and truth.
It's a very comprehensive and ambitious vision.
It is a grand vision.
And the message emphasizes staying strong during this time of change
Yeah.
with faith in a benevolent plan unfolding.
Have trust in the process.
Okay, so thinking about all of this,
Yeah.
the secrets, the accountability, the potential for amazing new knowledge,
It's a lot to consider.
what part of this resonates most with you?
That's a good question.
What questions does this raise for you about the nature of truth and hidden knowledge?
Well, it